But I just realised that I'm actually covering up a little bit of the UI. But then again, stuff appears here too. Let's try doing this. And we'll see if I end up covering up anything else. Oh no, it's a floating ghost panda. Yeah, just appearing next to you like that Spectre does to Victor. Okay. So I need to find something that will persuade this guy to do what I want him to. What's this? Shovel. Still shows traces of mud and ice. Coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that had engulfed them. Okay. Oh. Rag. The coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with sour odour of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. Coachman's tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. Interesting. Oh, hi. Spectre.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, you're not. Make the coachman's fatigue go away.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Did I make him feel better? I don't know. That is not the way to go. Okay. That's what that fog means. That mean this is also not the way to go? Yes. Hi.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
Let's thank him for his help.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
Explain what's changed?
I see him. My Uber. He's
Oops, yeah.
back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in a cemetery.
Yeah, that is quite fair. What are you
When I
doing here?
heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
Let's ask. Oh, here we go. Doom. Locals say that since the death of the village elder, Doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good. Okay. Ask about the district elder's death.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning,
That doesn't
swearing,
sound good.
speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
Don't encourage her.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
Ask about the... Oh, wait. Vasily's death was not peaceful. The elder died in flames that consumed his house. The ruins are thought to be cursed, and locals speak of them with horror. Ask about the ill fortune. I'm gonna encourage her. I need to know.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed. Before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Kinda like the dude with the
Tragedies
goose.
such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
Well...
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a Salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Yeah, I've spoken
Does
to
the
the wise
creature
one.
hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
A Salutor.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Okay. Woman in the cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Booker. Is there anything to look at? Ooh, yes.
Damn it.
Elder Vasily's grave died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? Can't speak to the woman anymore. Can't go there. Do. Think. I'm gonna annoy everyone with this licking. Okay, get working. Burned homestead. I'm just gonna move over a little more. Oh hey, I wonder what this is. Oh! Thanks for letting me know I have things. On the grandma's cover, there are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers with any dimension, and hunt Salutors to enable further development. Hey, you're finally awake. So, upgrade enables using perception in the dimension heart, mind, deed, or word. So, do I. Knee-jerk reaction every time I see a wagon on a tree-lined snowy path. Yeah, that is quite fair. Oh, okay. So heart is actually enhanced by the fact that I'm prideful. Strong attack. Concussion. Flaw. Many people have flaws, but only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. I think we're all aware of existence of our flaws. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experience. They attract salutors and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first salutor. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events in the future. Okay, interesting. And this is up here. My friend. Ooh, and do stuff. So, increases 60% chance of dealing double damage and adds a point to the dimension heart. Relaxation restores your focus, adds a point to mind. Thief of Thought reduces focus by 1 additional point if the enemy is in a suffering state. Adds a point to Deed. And gives a 50% chance of interrupting an enemy's planned action. Adds a point to Word. I don't actually know if any of these are going to be useful. So I might wait. I can't actually... So I can do these. Looks like I can do that because I have him. Okay, I'm gonna wait, I think. Alright, let's follow Rasputin. Hi.
What do you expect to find in this place? The fire was almost a year ago.
We'll see.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever is carrying the flaw that lured the salutor here.
I see. I thought I could be helpful to you, but I don't really understand what you're telling me.
He's, at least he's honest. Okay, well, seeing as we need to tell him, let's have Victor tell us.
Above all, flaws are deeply hidden marks left on human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with salutors? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken salutors to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like from those fairy tales, the wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden within people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutar. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
I tell him? Get.
I bear the flaw of pride.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And now? Thanks to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutars hiding behind them. And I think I'm now able to catch my second salutar.
Okay. Explain what traces are.
People always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on these objects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to find someone.
What else can you do?
Having multiple salutors is dangerous, is it?
If I do manage to catch another salutar, that would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary Thaumaturge wouldn't even try more than once. Only a few have multiple salutars.
Why?
So, I'm a dumbass? The others are cowards. Tell him what happened to you when he tried it once. I want to know what happened to him. But also, I kind of want to just play with the pride thing.
Because they're afraid. Like the ones who claimed the humans wouldn't learn to fly or even reach the pole. But the failure of others doesn't mean those people are right. It means a mistake was made somewhere.
Isn't this exactly the sort of thinking that caused your problems that led you to me?
Yes.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Then what's changed?
This time, I've got you with me.
Mm-hmm. Why did you come with me?
Why did you want to come here with me?
I have never gotten to know a Thaumaturge so closely. I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities.
I need to look around this place a little more.
I won't stop you.
Well, hopefully we can trust him.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Oh, there's something.
True fear.
A ragdoll. A child ragdoll. It appears old. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish on an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. We form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Traceset and Vesna. That's the woman who we got the, like, that dropped the apple. Interesting.
I felt something. Where is it?
Thank you.
I failed.
Charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle. Dimension force too low. Deed. Okay, well, seeing as we have some points. Skill upgrades. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in a designated spot on the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space. Choose wisely.
So much suffering.
Okay. So now we can actually see that. Buckle cuts through leather like a razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tormentor's tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture. Pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice, it cuts deep all the way to the soul. Okay, so somebody got beaten here. Fear has embedded itself in the deepened fabric of the doorframe. Fears of the flames and trepidation about losing a loved one. Okay, let's upgrade word to get that. Actually, let's put fortune in there to interrupt the attack. And then reduce focus, maybe? Let's read that now. Thick lines of the wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words carved sharply as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, about the hinges finally letting go. They scream into the space that doesn't respond.
A horrible death.
Gained a thaumaturge point. Place of death. The dried bloodstain is soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. Blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. But life left the body. The heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew. So he didn't die from the fire. He died from being stabbed with scissors? Yeah. Anything else? Nope. That seems familiar. Hi. Friend.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime.
It does sound like a painful way to die. Oh. There's his,
But neither gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it?
fear.
I'll find you when I track down the murderer.
I think it's the woman.
I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Vesna's trace. The same trace can be felt on the rag doll and the item dropped by the woman. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling. Her fingers are stiff from anxiety. And her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition. Yeah.
Victor!
Yes? What?
I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Oh. Hi.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
Yeah.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
Yep.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Oh dear. Okay. start the fight. Strong attacks and focus. In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all of their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Select the diversion skill to lower an enemy's focus. Okay. You and your Salutor each have your own separate set of skills. Plan which you want to use and give the Salutor an appropriate command. Do some bloody penance on this guy. So it inflicts damage to the target's health points. Determine how much damage the skill inflicts. The more health points, the higher the damage. Or I could reduce focus on him using that too. Now, let's do bloody penance and see. Enemy has lost all their focus and now in the breakdown state. Great chance to launch a strong attack. Concussion. Oof. He's down. Ow. Okay, so my focus is also being drained by these guys. Okay, it looks like we can only both do the same guy. Basically do the same thing. This is actually working really well. Okay,
You're right, sir.
but the old one too.
Me? Yes, but can these Salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Kind of what I just did.
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Okay. I think I've missed anything. Do. Bit creepy. Am I? Oh, really? Okay. Village. Travel.
I sensing
thing.
Luca? He must be the one who saved Vesna from the fire.
I was reading that. The words read from the doorframe of the burned house were Luca's. It was he who rescued Vesna from the fire, risking his own life. Okay, I guess a knock.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help! 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 Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
We fight again. I don't want to fight these guys. Oh, these guys have got more health. Still only one focus though. Concussion. Keep enemies from launching an attack
The devil
and win a fight with
You could say
taking
that.
no health
Sure.
damage. Oh. Village residents. If thinking interferes with their action, so much the worse for thinking. The locals are impetuous, irritable, and eager to pick a fight for even the most trivial reason. Something is not right here. Peaceful and happy village? Not quite. The villagers are riled up and on the point of breaking, laying the blame for their troubles on the actions of Bukovac. They are trying to defend themselves against the dark force with folk methods. So let's try that again, shall we?
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please. Please.
Okay. Well, what do I do now then? I guess wander around? See what I can find? Dish shards. Broken shards of a blue ceramic dish. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out a vial of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger-pointing, and hurting. Frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath.
There are so many words of love inscribed here.
A damaged axe shaft. The trace it bears does not belong to Vesna. Although it's already become mouldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it, a loner by choice with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with thorns of bitter words, but there are others warm, delicate as rose petals. They portray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist. Together, despite everything. Sincere feelings. Luca is a violent man, but he has a sincere love for Vesna. Quarrels are one thing, but he would never commit violence against her, as evidenced by the words written on the shaft of the axe. Luca and Vesna together are an explosive mix. They're impulsive and capable of getting lost in unwarranted anger and arguing. arguing as if there were no tomorrow, but at the same time they sincerely love each other and their love keeps burning with a hot flame, protecting them from losing themselves in pernicious emotions and preventing domestic violence. Okay.
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her?
Quite possibly.
You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Okay.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
Wow, I'd hate to be that guy's dermatologist. Hi, Aliana. How you doing today? Clear it's not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. Doing an off-sick thing. Oh, I'm sorry if you're not doing great. Hopefully I can take your mind off feeling sick. Or at least not well enough to work. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
That's not a crack. Hi. Give her the doll. Oh, kid's been coughing and spluttering all last week. The rest of us have now got it. Yeah, that happens. My sister has that problem with with her son a lot. Give her the little doll you found.
I think I've got something of yours. I found it by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a Thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
Okay, she does not like that doll. My daughter has a learning disability and zero concept of hygiene. Oh dear. Yeah, that wouldn't help. My nephews are still young enough not to quite get it. Especially the youngest one. Okay, where is the clearing? Helps if you actually use thing the game gives you to show you where to go. Oh, hi, coachman.
Again.
Yes, again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Hey, Rasputin.
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Well,
Do you still want to catch that
it's
Salvatore?
either Luca or Vesna.
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Okay. Which one's Luca? No? Okay. Oh, it was you.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
Didn't threaten.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Saliter here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Saliter is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
That's not.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Yeah, it's her.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could.
Oh, here we go.
Get out of here!
Here you are, Thaumaturge. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Okay, so now I choose the difficulty level. It's tough. She's 60 in a couple of months. Blonde hair, blue-eyed, tag gifted in the cleavage department, and no understanding of the effect she has on her 13-year-old brother's friends. Oh dear. Yeah, that must be pretty tough. I hope you can work it out between you, how to deal with that. Let's stick with balance. Because I don't know really what I'm doing yet. He's actually quite protective, which is good. That's sweet. To defeat a wild Saliter, you must get rid of the shadows that are protecting him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. Bar tells you when the wild Saliter sends more enemies against you. Okay, so we need to get rid of this guy. What can I do? Restore my focus. Let's do that for now. So what I got here? Reduce focus by 1 extra point at the end of suffering. Let's move that into let's put that into there and gamble into strong attack. Try that. These are some very unpleasant noises. Oh, you have a lot of focus. Okay. Let's just try and do damage for now. Ooh. Ooh. That's okay. Ooh. Book of Act has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read their description carefully and don't get caught off guard. Okay. Where was the description? Suffering. Receive damage at the end of every round. The effect stacks ×4. So does that mean I'm going to take 8 damage at the end of the round? Don't know. Let's do some quick attacks again. Yeah, let's do that. Reduce focus removes all negative states from you. Suffering again. There we go. Okay, we got the shadow down. Oh, now there are 2. Good. Ooh. Let's get Father's shadow, Vesna's shadow. Okay, let's get the focus down. And penance. Focus is down, concussion. Cool. That was down quickly. Punch me in the kidneys. Interrupt the enemy's planned action. Yeah, let's try quick attack and restore health, maybe? Eerie intoxication. That sounds fun. Everyone? By the floor. Them? I don't know what that means.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Ooh. Rasputin is very helpful right now. You defeat Bukovac, the deed demon Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothes his anger. You achieved the unachievable. Not sure what's going on with the pictures.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
Hold up.
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine. I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done?
Go. You don't need to see this.
Remind Luca of proof that he loves Vesna.
Think, Luca. Your feelings for Vesna are still true, I know that. Hear out her reasons before you do anything.
Okay.
You two better not come back to the village!
As if we wanted to.
Okay. He's like, fuck off. Don't ask me to do any more, please. Hello, traveler.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. Things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Strange man. Trying to get to Albuquerque. Okay, new telegram?
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail.
Yes.
My condolences about your father.
Oh. Oh.
Do you still want to send something?
I guess that's a no. Just take a minute. You'll be alright.
Did you come to say
Sounds like you
goodbye?
didn't really like your father.
More
anyway.
like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect.
You want to come with me?
And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
Be honest.
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor. Have
Alright.
you ever
Snoozing
seen
me
a
out.
human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
No.
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Alright then. We have a friend. Guess all of that was the tutorial. Essentially. This a dream? I hope so.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?